thinking about bringing a Gray Cane Corso into your life, well, you've come to the right place. We're about to do a deep dive into, like, everything you need to know about these dogs.
And it is a deep dive because there's a lot to cover.
There really is. We've been doing our research, and we can't wait to share with you, like, what's their temperament really like?
Yeah, what's it actually like to live with one of these dogs?
And, you know, those looks.
Oh yeah, that striking gray coat.
But before we get totally distracted by their good looks, let's talk about one of the first things that probably caught your eye. Their size.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're talking about a dog that can weigh up to 120 pounds.
Yeah, they're big, powerful dogs, that's for sure. Males can be up to like 28 inches tall at the shoulder.
So they've definitely got guard dog written all over them. And in
Mhm.
fact, I think that is part of their history, right?
Absolutely. The Cane Corso. And that includes the Gray Cane Corso, because remember, it's just a color variation within the breed.
Oh, right. Good point.
They were bred in ancient Italy to guard property and livestock, and I mean, they were really good at it.
So we're not just talking about chasing away a squirrel or two here.
No, no, these dogs were entrusted with protecting entire families and their farms.
Wow, that's impressive. So they're definitely not your average lap dog.
Not at all. And, because of that history, early training and socialization are, like, super important for this breed.
So you can teach them what's a real threat and what isn't.
Exactly. You've got to channel those protective instincts in the right direction. I mean, they need to know how to be, good canine citizens in today's world.
Makes sense. So we've got this powerful lineage, this history of being guardians. But what about their day-to-day personality? Our research turned up some interesting descriptions, like haughty and stubborn, which honestly made me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely have a mind of their own, that's for sure. They are very intelligent dogs, but that intelligence can sometimes come across as stubbornness if you're not prepared for it.
So not a dog for a first-time owner, then.
It's not that they're not suitable for a first-time owner. It's just that they need an owner who understands that their loyalty isn't about blind obedience. It's about mutual respect and trust.
Okay, interesting. So it sounds like training a Gray Cane Corso is less about teaching commands and more about building, like, a real partnership.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about training, we've talked about their history. Now let's get into some of the practical stuff about, like, actually living with a Gray Cane Corso.
Right, because they're not just dogs, they're big dogs.
Exactly. And all that energy, I mean, are we talking about needing to go on, like, 1,000,000 walks a day?
Well, maybe not 1,000,000, but close. I'm kidding. But they do need a lot of exercises. Remember, this is a breed that was bred to work. So they need a job to do.
Even if that job is just being your jogging buddy.
Right. Figure at least 2 miles of exercise every single day.
2 miles, wow.
Yeah, they need to move.
Okay, so not a couch potato breed then.
No. And it's not just physical exercise either.
Oh, right, you got to keep their minds busy too.
Exactly. Mental stimulation is so important, especially for a breed as intelligent as the Cane Corso.
So what kind of stuff can you do with them?
Puzzle toys are great.
Oh yeah, those are good for, like, all dogs.
They are. And of course, training sessions are always good mental stimulation.
I mean, it's like a workout for their brains.
Exactly. And, even a rousing game of fetch in the backyard, it all adds up. Anything to keep them from getting bored.
Because I can imagine a bored Cane Corso is probably not a good thing.
Let's just say, it's best to keep them entertained. Okay, so we've covered exercise.
Right, lots of exercises, both physical and mental. What about those gorgeous coats?
Oh, yeah, that beautiful, short, double-layered coat.
But how much do they actually shed? Asking for a friend.
Well, let's just say your friend should be prepared to do some serious brushing, especially twice a year.
Twice a year?
Yeah, they have a big shedding season twice a year, so you'll want to invest in a good brush, that's for sure.
Okay, good to know. And speaking of things that potential owners should know, our research mentioned hip dysplasia and bloat as potential health concerns for the Cane Corso. Are those common issues?
Yeah, they are definitely things to be aware of. Hip dysplasia, it's a common problem in larger breeds, unfortunately.
And it can be really painful for them.
It can be, which is why early detection and management are so important.
And bloat, you mentioned bloat. What exactly is that?
So bloat, it's basically when a dog's stomach fills up with gas and it can actually twist.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It is. It can be really dangerous, even life-threatening, if you don't catch it in time.
So what should owners be looking out for?
Well, a distended abdomen is a big one if their stomach looks bigger than usual.
Okay, so like really bloated.
Right. And also restlessness. They might pace around a lot.
They might not be able to get comfortable.
Exactly. And excessive drooling is another sign.
Okay, got it. Are there things you can do to, like, prevent bloat from happening in the first place?
Yeah, definitely. Like how you feed them can make a difference. Feeding your Cane Corso 2 smaller meals a day instead of 1 big one, that can help.
Oh, interesting. So it's all about, like, managing how much is in their stomach at any given time.
Exactly.
So I think it's pretty obvious that owning a Gray Cane Corso, it's a big responsibility.
It is.
But I mean, they sound like amazing dogs, too.
Oh, they are. They're so loyal, so intelligent, eager to please. And, that independent streak that we talked about,
Yeah.
it also means they have, like, this playful, goofy side.
Really?
Yeah. Cane Corsos can be real clowns sometimes. You wouldn't expect it from, such a large and powerful breed, but they have a lot of personality.
I love that. Well, I feel like we've learned so much about the Gray Cane Corso today. We've talked about everything from, their history as guard dogs in ancient Italy to what they need to thrive in a modern home.
We really have covered a lot of ground.
And it's clear that, like any breed, they come with their own unique needs and, of course, quirks. So I guess it all comes down to this. Do you think the Gray Cane Corso is the right dog for you? Because ultimately, that's your decision to make.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.